Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Only yesterday, the Hypixel server released their own game. Well, not the game itself, but a server trailer and some sneak peeks at different user interfaces. Now, I have seen some other pictures that won't be in this video. I'm not going to include those. I'm going to be going almost exclusively off of the trailer itself. I am here going to run through the trailer. I'm going to let the video play throughout, and I'm just going to give you guys the opportunity to watch it. I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description if you want to check it out separately. If you don't want to see it, if you've already seen the trailer, go ahead and skip through it. I would recommend, though, very highly of watching it. It's a really cool trailer, and it's worth your time as it will explain a lot of what's going on for the rest of the video. So now that that's done, we're going to take a look at what I think this game has to offer. Now, this is, of course, going to be compared as a separate, a Minecraft v2, which I feel like that's what it's designed to be. They could have chosen another art style for the game, but they chose to go for a Minecraft v2 because I feel like that's exactly what they were going for. Now, I am personally really excited about this because it looks like an improvement on Minecraft. Yeah, there's some bugs, or when it is going to be released, I'm sure there will be some bugs because it's a new game, but I'm really hopeful for it because it looks like they've done a pretty good job on it so far. And as well, according to my research anyways, they don't have any needs of other companies. They didn't kickstart this thing, so they don't have any obligations to other companies to fulfill anything. So they're free to do what they want with this. This is a separate launcher for Minecraft. That's also something that is good to note. It's completely separate. It's its own game. They can change it to any way they want, which I'm really excited about. So personally, what appealed most about this trailer to me was the creatures and all the different biomes they seem to live in. Going through the pictures on screen now, we've got a few bird pictures. Here's one of them. We've got foxes and rabbits. I'm not sure if this is how they're going to behave in the game, but you know, it's a trailer. You've got a bluebird. You've got chickens, a dog. You've got a cat. You've got an owl in a certain biome. You've got deer, and it looks like all of these animals have their own separate functions, which is really cool. And I hope that they proper functionally. along with a lot of these creatures being actual things that you can find in the real world, they have, of course, made up some of their own creatures, which I find really cool. You've got polar bears. You have some awesome biomes, which I'm going to get in later, with some of these birds. They seem to be the same type of bird. You have, once again, the fake critters, which also have some snails there. It also has mounts. They're introducing mounts to this, and they have their own separate little bosses, as you can see in the trailer. You have so much diverse life, it looks like, in the ocean area. You've got sharks, you've got fish, you just have so much. You've got bats, you've got a lot of different monsters. Once again, this is all going by on screen. Now, I would like to point out here on the spider picture, there are a lot of what looks like maybe egg sacs around. I'll highlight those for you guys. And it looks like there could be some really complex things that these mobs do. There's, once again, the bosses with their little minions behind them, and of course the dragon that appealed, which I think this is going to be the final boss, because I'm going to play a clip from the trailer. As you can see, they're using a lot of what it looks like to be really advanced weapons, or that's what I'm assuming, because at other parts of the trailer, it had some pretty basic stuff that some of it you can already get in Minecraft itself. So I'm assuming this thing is going to be the end goal, kind of like Minecraft, but it's going to drop some cool stuff. Other than animals, you've got the amazing biomes with plant life. I mean, look at these things. There's just so much going on. I can't really dive too far into it. You have all of these different plants. You have a lot of rainfall. It looks like a lot of biomes. The sky looks beautiful. It's just amazingly done. It looks like the biomes, they need a little bit of work when it comes to merging together. As you can see with the polar bears, they kind of mix weirdly, but it's pretty cool. I just want to express how much detail has gone into the biomes. If you look on the top left, especially on the icy area on the top left, you can even see that there's ice crystals and such that will form in the ceiling, which might not signify a ton that will come to the game, but it just shows how much detail they've put into this, with all the tiny little stones that they've added, all the different types of grasses and bushes. It's just outstanding work that they've done. You can see this even more heavily in the ocean area. There's just so much plant life, and the biomes look so awesome. I mean, I am hoping that different animals will interact with the environment. That would be really cool, and I hope that they do that. Because for me, when it comes to a game, it's more about the environment and kind of a free roaming experience. At least that's what I enjoy. So going through these pictures, you can just continue to see the weird and different cool looking biomes that are introduced to the game, different constructions that you can supposedly find on the game's release. I also want to know how much of a difference there seems to be when it comes to potions and stuff, different equipment. It looks like there's campfires that you can use. In this picture here, in the very beginning of the trailer, you have on a campfire, and that one of the last parts of this all, there's another campfire, as you can see. There also seems to be a big emphasis on fishing boats. There's quite a few places where it shows fishing. It just, I'm getting off track. But, yeah, these just seem like important things that are going to emphasize with the crafting. Just because, as you can see in the first frame of, or the first part of the trailer, you can see they're out in front of a fireplace doing what it looks like to be some work. While we're going through the village in the trailer, there are all sorts of different potions that look different than each other. Some really cool looking anvils, and then there's a lot of things that we haven't seen before. and I'm hoping that the crafting system will be pretty complex. I think that'd be really cool, and that's what I'm thinking they're going to do. When it comes to the PvP mechanics of this game, player versus player or interacting with mobs, it looks really cool with how they've done things with the shield. They also have crossbows and stuff that they've shown. There's so much that they can do with weapons, and I hope that they emphasize on different types of weapons. They do have fire aspects that changes the look of the sword, as you can see in this picture here. I'm hoping though that they'll just have a lot of diverse weapons that you can get from different creatures. And I know I'm bouncing around here, but with the crafting system, you can see in this picture with the bats and this person mining in the caves, there's so many types of ores that we really don't know what they are. Just so many things that could be going into this. There's a lot of avatar things that you can do, which is big to a lot of people, so I think they've done well with that. There's also live scripting. They're going to have a lot of heavy modding in this game. I'm going to be spending a lot of my time modding it. It looks like in this picture they're using just Java to do this type of coding, but still really, really, really cool. It just looks like all around this game is going to have a lot to it, and I hope that they continue to update it so it doesn't get dull after a while. Now we're going to jump into the user interface. I have my own picture up. You guys will have a picture up in the video. It looks like they have a really, really cool thing going on. They have, of course, their logo. They have minigames, adventure, which I'm assuming is this going to be the solo. You can change your avatar up quite a bit. I hope they don't have pay-to-win stuff, or, well, pay to customize. It's acceptable if they do, but it kind of gets people to be looked down upon. But they got to make money somehow, right? You've got their name up on the top right. It looks like you can message people on your friends list. You have your own avatar. Another thing, you have a map. I'm not going to go into depth on this one. If you want to, pause the video here and check that out. It has to do with dungeons and stuff. And once again, over here with the different advanced, or at least what I think is going to be advanced crafting, you have iron bar, wood sticks, but then things like light leather. Is there going to be different forms of leather that are going to be harder to get? Is there going to be there's just so much. I don't know what that the blue chi looking thing in the bottom left is, and it looks like it has to do with magic, which is really cool. On the top as well, you can see that there is a hammer and a weapon of an axe. Something else, something that you can really, really customize. Once again, if you go down to the armory here, it's just a concept, it says, but there's so much that they can do with this. I mean, I really hope that they tap into this to its full potential. I feel like it deserves it, and I feel like that's what it's going to get. Of course, they're going to have the interactive servers. That's what Hypixel, the server itself, the Minecraft server, is all about. It's the community, it's the mini games. I can't blame them for adding that. No, I'm not going to lie, it looks like a bit of Club Penguin with some SAO in there when it comes to this part where it brings in these different mini games. They did bring in Skywars once again. I can't blame them. I just hope that they don't go too much off from Minecraft. Here in the trailer, you can see that they're gonna allow video sharing during all of this, which I'm kind of worried about. I know from just games that this is a terrible, terrible idea. I'll go on a few YouTube videos that I remember that have things like this, where it just shows that sharing videos freely can lead to a lot of bad things going on. Hopefully that they get this right. Maybe it's a pay thing. Maybe you have to be approved by the people that you are sharing it with. Maybe it can only be on your friends list, but I'm not really sure what to go along with here. And just hope once again that they don't mess this up. Taking a step back here to finish this video up, I only gently touched on all all of the things that we only saw in the trailer in this game, let alone all of the quests, all the other types of biomes and places that you're going to be able to go in this game. But I'm sure that this is a pretty good way to summarize it all. It's it's looking good. I hope that it does well. I don't want it to be a flop. I'm pretty confident that it will do well as long as they don't do anything too stupid. They are completely independent with this, so it's up to them if it's going to be a really good game or if they're going to flop. Once again, they do run the biggest server in Minecraft, and they have been for years now, so I think that they're going to be able to keep up with it, and they've said, I'll put another picture here on screen, that this will not block out any staffing from the Hypixel server. So they will be putting a lot of time into both games. Maybe even they'll be having separate staff. And as a final way to sign off from this video, I'm going to let you guys know that there will be a link in the description to sign up for beta for this game. I am going to be, if I can, uploading a beta video of this just because this looks so awesome. Anyways, that's going to be it for me, guys. If you want to see more, click on the video you see on your screen now. Anyways, see you later.